Drew Alba here with manager of the Walla Walla Sweets, Colby Watilo, for another edition of Countdown with Colby. Game one between the Sweets and the Elks. You just got done with 3 against the Nighthawks. What did you do yesterday on your off day?
Gosh, what did I do yesterday?
Take a nap?
I laid in on the floaty in the pool and swam at my parents' house. That's what I did.
Oh, nice. When we were driving up to Bend, there's a lot of floaties going down the river. You might have to make some time to do that too.
I know. We'll see. A lot of people floating the river. Busy time, 4th of July week in Bend, Oregon. Pretty good spot to vacation to. So it's a little busy around town, but yeah, we'll see if we can make some time to get out there.
I know you brought your fly fishing pole. Is that going to be done in the morning sometime?
Yeah, tomorrow morning, that's the plan. A little walking distance to the Deschutes from the hotel. So we're gonna take a trip, do some exploring tomorrow morning.
All right, so a little rainy today. There's some thunder, some lightning before we got here to the ballpark. But the middle infield, or not the middle infield, rather, the entire infield is turf. Gonna be a little slippery. Does that play a factor at all?
No, just trying to remind the guys to keep their legs underneath them. And I think the biggest factor you see it on turf field with rain is making sure guys are sliding early, right? Slide a little bit further than what they're used to, especially playing on natural surface for a while. So make sure guys are going in, grabbing onto the bag, and we don't give up any cheap outs on the field going past the bag.
So you played 3 against the Nighthawks, not necessarily a super close game. How do you kind of refocus against the Bend Elks team that by all accounts is right there with the Sweets?
Yeah, I mean, we're always trying to play the game that's in front of us and take care of our business there. But we, going through that series with the Nighthawks, it was, hey, when we're on the field, let's make sure we're taking care of business. But what we're doing as far as resting up, as far as building momentum, trying to get in our rhythm, was building up to this series this week with Bend. So, I wouldn't necessarily say we were looking forward last weekend, but we definitely knew that the reason we were doing what we were doing and the way we were trying to go about the games was to get ready for this series. Big game with implications for the second half this year, and so excited to come out and see the guys get after it.
Hallam out there on the hill. What do you expect out of him?
I'm excited to see him get the ball again, like another guy who gives us a chance when he gets out on the mound. Gonna go out and attack, hopefully. A little. I think last time a little bit of even counts. I think it was at Yakima was his last start, and so too many long counts, and so hopefully he can come out and maybe get some early count outs, see if he can be a little more efficient, get deeper into a game. But yeah, hopefully he's able to kind of settle us in, get us going here in Bend, and set the tone for what should be a great series for us.
Troy Sanders didn't play all 3 games against the Nighthawks. You feeling all right?
Yeah, no, he's doing great. That was pretty intentional. We'd asked a lot, Troy playing shortstop almost every night. And so, we got his reps in with early work on the offensive and defensive side. And so we'll see him back in there tonight, ready to go. And, rested up, hopefully kind of operating back at as close to full capacity as we can get.
And then guys like Dom and everybody else that also got some time off, ramping them back up here against Bend.
Yeah, so you'll see a lot of regular faces in there, and we're gonna run our best lineup out there, our best bats in the combination that we need to do that, and hopefully come out with a win here in game 1.
Second half starts today. First half assessment. How do you feel?
I feel great. Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're in a really good spot results-wise, but love the work that we've put in with the guys here in the first half to kind of set the culture, to set the standard of how we go about our business, not just in how we play, but how we carry ourselves, how we take care of business in our early work and emphasizing our development, right, and balancing the rest and recovery. And so, really thought we did a great job with setting the tone here in the first half, and now we turn the page to the second half, and just got done meeting with the team and talking about, hey, it's 0-0 here in the second half. Yeah, we did a great job for our overall record in the first half, but what we did in the first half doesn't mean anything anymore. It's time to turn the page, and the most important game that there is to play starts today. So
turn the page, but also realize, yes, the first half there's a lot of good, and let's bring some of that over to the second half. It's a really long season. How do you keep guys mentally focused when we're starting to get into July now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's finding ways to keep things fresh, finding ways for the training to have some variety in it, so it doesn't become the dog days where it's the same thing, Groundhog's Day over and over and over when they show up. But no, I mean, I don't think we're turning the page and forgetting about what we did. I think it's turn the page and trust that the work you did in the first half, if we keep doing a great job and going about it with the same intensity, the same focus, the results are going to be great here in the second half as well. So it's don't take your, don't feel like we have to put the throttle down more than we already did. Don't feel like we can take our foot off the gas a little bit. We need to stay right where we're at and continue to get better one day at a time. And I think if we do that, we're going to find ourselves in a good spot in a month.
What was your experience against the Bend Elks like back when you were with the Sweets?
I remember I came to Bend. It was our first road trip the summer I was with the Sweets for the full year. And great place to come play. The weather's usually really good, and Bend is an awesome place. I think the guys are really enjoying being here already. And Yeah, so it's a fun place to play. It's a historic park. It's, the Elks were a founding member of the West Coast League, I believe, like way back when the league started. So it's a historic franchise, and some George Fox ties for me with a couple of my assistant coaches coached the Elks. Way back in the day, won a West Coast League championship. So it's, there's some ties, there's some fun reason to be here and reason to get to compete against them. So I'm excited.
You mentioned the good weather. Still gray skies above us today. All right, this leads us to our question of the day with manager Colby Watilo. Ideal temperature, ideal everything to play baseball in. What is it? Down to the degree, the wind.
I will say like 78 to 84.
Okay.
Like mostly blue skies, maybe just like a slight little breeze just to kind of give you that coolness, but not affect the game too much. I would say that.
What time?
Ooh.
You a day guy or what?
I like the 6:30 starts because you kind of get the partial day, but by the time you get to the back half of the game, it's a night game and you're under the lights, and so I think you get best of both worlds starting around then.
Golden hours, super
Yeah.
nice.
Come on, yeah, let's go. Can't beat that.
I don't know how much golden hour we're going to get tonight, but we'll have to see. Sweets, a big 3-game set against the Bend Elks. Once again, manager of the Wall Sweets, Colby Watilo, on another edition of Countdown with Colby. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Drew. Go Sweets.